White flag is raised, and they're off. Away they go in the opening day feature, the William Hill Champion Chase, Grade 1 over 2 miles and 11 fences, and setting off to make the running is Chacun Pour Soi. Followed by First Flow on the outside of Allaho, a couple of lengths to Castle Grace Paddy, and then Silos Emery, and dropped in Nube Negra at the back of the field. Reaching the first fence, and it's the stable companions locking horns to the opening fence. In the air together, Chacun Pour Soi and Allaho, opening up a 3-length advantage over First Flow. Nube Negra is on the inside. Those two carrying the British hopes, then Silos Emery and Castle Grace Paddy. Going to the second fence, and the pace looks hot enough. Allaho and Chacun Pour Soi, chancy jump by First Flow, as David Bass regathered the reins, making the descent to fences 3 and 4. And it's Chacun Pour Soi, Paul Townend on the inside of Allaho and Rachel Blackmore. Outstanding winners of the Ryanair over 2.5 miles. And then First Flow and David Bass making the bend in third, and fourth is Nube Negra and newly crowned English champion Harry Skelton. Then Silos Emery and Brian Hayes and Castle Grace Paddy, Brian Cooper at the back of the field as they jump that first ditch. On they go to the fourth, and Allaho and Chacun Pour Soi have changed sides. Then First Flow with the noseband over in third, and Nube Negra in fourth, a mistake by Silos Emery. And these five have opened up an advantage over Castle Grace Paddy as they turn to head into the back straight soon at the halfway stage. They have 7 more fences left to jump, and Chacun Pour Soi has been given rein by Paul Townend and goes on from Allaho and Rachel Blackmore. First Flows on the outside, moving up for David Bass, tracked by Nube Negra and Harry Skelton. Silos Emery and Brian Hayes, and detached as Castle Grace Paddy and Brian Cooper. Another slight mistake, Silos Emery, as they go towards the middle fence on the far side, 6 from the finish, Chacun Pour Soi, followed by First Flow and Allaho in between them. And then Nube Negra, Silos Emery and Castle Grace Paddy, they've 5 fences left to jump. They're going to the final ditch. Chacun Pour Soi with improving on the outside. His First Flow's driven into it, then Allaho and Nube Negra is right in behind them, gone on from Silos Emery and Castle Grace Paddy. Racing to the 5 furlong point with 5 fences left to jump. 4 fences left to jump. They've just negotiated the last ditch, which was 5 from home. Chacun Pour Soi is joined by First Flow with 5 furlongs to go. A couple of lengths to Allaho and Nube Negra. For the jump, making the run to the concluding half mile. Chacun Pour Soi in front from First Flow. Nube Negra has moved into third. Relegating to fourth, Allaho. They're out in front of Silos Emery and Castle Grace Paddy. At the fourth last fence, and Chacun Pour Soi jumped it well. A little peck, Allaho in the blue cap. Nube Negra's on the inside. And First Flow is struggling to keep tabs on them as they come to the third last fence. Chacun Pour Soi with Nube Negra going in pursuit on the inside of Allaho as they jump the third last fence. Turning in with 2 fences left to jump, and it's Chacun Pour Soi who's pouring it on as they turn in for the final 2 fences. Nube Negra has 5 lengths to make up. Allaho can't go with them in third. In line for the final 2 fences, and it's Chacun Pour Soi out in front of Nube Negra. Allaho is next, then Silos Emery. First Flow's dropped away, and then Castle Grace Paddy over the second last, and it's Chacun Pour Soi clear. Coming to the final fence and the William Hill Champion Chase, it's Chacun Pour Soi in glorious isolation with 1 fence left to jump. It's Chacun Pour Soi and Paul Townend over the last from Allaho, and then Nube Negra, and racing into the closing stages, it's Chacun Pour Soi who's going to sign off on a high as Paul Townend is back in the winner's enclosure. Allaho will give Willie Mullins a 1-2. Nube Negra a long way back in third, then Silos Emery, Castle Grace Paddy and First Flow.